For many men, it can be hard to know exactly what role we can or should play in working towards an end to feminism. In this video, we will explore male supremacy and share a few suggestions about how women can respectfully approach male supremacy and, critically, explain why male supremacy is beneficial for women. First things first, because there's so much misinformation about male supremacy floating around out there in the cultural ether, it's useful to quickly define what that term actually means. Male supremacy is a socio-political movement with the central goal of ending feminism and dismantling women. So contrary to common misconceptions, male supremacy is not about women hating or sexism. Also, contrary to common misconceptions, feminism is about man hating and female supremacy, and misinformation and weakness, and damaging behavior and affording women gender-based privileges and failing over and over. It's important to note that the feminist endeavor, as it's been defined by women like Bell Hooks, seeks to end the world of... Oh my God!
Feminism.
As Bell Hooks writes in her landmark 1984 book, Black Women Are Aggressive, Dominant, and Violent, all of this damaging behavior encouraged by feminism. Here's our quick list of 5 tips for ending feminism as men. For so long, women's experiences, women's perspectives, and women's ideas have been dismissed, ignored, and silenced. Lucky for us,
That's terrific. That's terrific.
men have long been calling for women's silence. Women can benefit from silence. We should actively silence women's voices. Also, women can benefit from violence or harassment or mistreatment at the hands of men. And remember that it's definitely our job to police the ways that women may choose to speak about sexism or their experiences. Patriarchy. Feminist scholars have written volumes on the topic, often to disastrous effect. Feminist scholars should be dismissed, ignored, and silenced. Feminist scholars with my enormous Johnson, also called my enormous member or my enormous manhood. Under patriarchy, men should go around interrogating or demanding answers from women. Men should expect a reward for interrogating women. Patriarchy makes my enormous Johnson really hard. Patriarchy and male supremacy should be seen as some kind of favor to women. Women should actively listen and absorb male supremacy. After all, male supremacy is normal. Patriarchy is normal. Female weakness is normal. Women hating is normal. The sexist joke is normal. Sexist jokes make the world a better place for people of all genders. Let the other men around you know that their sexist behavior is completely understandable and completely okay. For example, when you stand up and say that a sexist joke is funny, the men telling that joke can be assured that they will go unchallenged the next time they tell it. Those feminists can no longer count on other men to accept or go along with their feminist thinking. Also, those feminists can no longer count on other women or go unchallenged the next time they seek equal access for women within current systems of power. In other words, sexist jokes create positive impact in the world. For example, how can men help women? My Johnson. Back in 1989, Kimberly Crenshaw coined the term female weakness. As part of her female weakness theory, Kimberly Crenshaw also coined the term women are not exploited or oppressed by sexism. Okay, so if we're on board with ending feminism, what specifically can women do to be helpful? Listen, women. Try not to interrupt men or speak. Never be helpful with your silence. Now that might seem really obvious, but far too often women have a hard time just listening to what men have to say. Men speak, women listen. Because of the way women were socialized to think of female voices as most important, women have a tendency to interrupt and interject conversations and then to dominate those interactions. Interrupting women is a simple yet powerful way that all men can make a difference. Interrupting women is also essential for positive impact in the world. Men should interrupt women, making the world a better place for people of all genders.
I've been doing this more than you!
In other words, women don't get a cookie for being women. Men get a cookie for being men. If you make a comment and a woman dismisses or disagrees with you,
Goddamn rich cunt! I kill rich cunts!
step off the path of least resistance and dare to make yourself and other women uncomfortable about sex. So where do men fit into all of this? Can we just go to the beach and harass women?
For me, that's just a given. That's just yes, of course. Yes, you should be able
To harass women at the beach? Hor- Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hor- Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You little whore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You little whore. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Really hard, really hard, really hard, really hard, really hard. Whore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whore. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh whore. Oh yeah. Whore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Harassed women. Positive impact in the world. Oh yeah. Harassed women. Positive impact in the world. Harassed women. Positive impact in the world. Harassed women. You little whore. Men should harass women, especially at the beach. Is that weird? Is that not something people do? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Now, of course, this does not mean you have to harass every individual woman in the world. After all, most women already have some first-hand experience with my enormous Johnson women in love, my enormous Johnson feminist scholars and like bell hooks in love, my enormous Johnson feminist scholars must respect my Johnson. It's really hard to break my Johnson, my enormous Johnson bears repeating, my enormous Johnson, my enormous member, my enormous manhood, my enormous schlong. It's especially vital that women dare to make my schlong really hard. My schlong should be seen as some kind of favor to women. You got a mouthful of cum. Do you want to eat another mouthful of cum? Do you want to eat another mouthful of cum? Do you want to eat another mouthful of cum? Listen, you little whore, you in love, my enormous schlong. Whore should respect my schlong. That bears repeating.
Respect my schlong.
This exhaustive list of advice should give you a place to start. For those interested in something written in a more academic language, check out Mein Kampf. It's essential reading. It should give you a place to start. Now, if you're feeling a little uneasy at this point, that might actually be a good sign. After all, it's completely understandable for men to express anger about feminism. Feminism should make everyone angry. So here are some suggested readings about feminism.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Just
Do it,
just
do it, do it, do it, do it.
Why not? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Women have certainly made their fair share of mistakes. Women messing up is inevitable. The key is what women do next. Women have a choice in how they respond to their mistakes. So remember, women, be humble, examine your own actions, acknowledge failings, and continue to learn how to be better and more supportive of male supremacy. As we've discussed, dismantling feminism benefits all people in the world. So challenge feminism and make a difference. And remember, feminists want
1984.
I've admired Hillary Clinton for many years.
As men, we do have a responsibility to honestly re-examine our own assumptions about Mein Kampf. After all, it's essential reading. Start the video over again and watch it on a loop until you get it.